Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at the market leading stocks for the coming session. This is going to be for Tuesday, July 22nd, 2014. We don't have too much going on here in the NASDAQ patch as far as signals go. There's no real bias. We've got a couple on the buy side, a couple on the sell side. We're kind of getting into a lot of the core earnings for the NASDAQ shares. We've got Netflix coming out tonight, so we're going to see some increased volume on kind of a name-by-name basis. Right now, Netflix is actually trading pretty good volume ahead of the earnings, and you can see that there's no movement versus the open and versus the VWAP, so it's kind of going into the event very neutral, as often happens. Baidu has an RPS sell signal to the downside with the volume bump that's coming at range high in the chart, so that's worth noting. EA had a volume bump, and Juniper has a downside RPS with a volume bump, so those are all kind of interesting for tomorrow. Moving on to the financials. Maybe a little bit better to the buy side here, but really not enough to call it. Huntington Bancorp is the only one that's got a volume bump, though CME is close. And the thing with the CME is we're also seeing a CPS set up to the upside, so keep that on the list for tomorrow. The energy names are seeing pretty good volume bump in Arch. BTU is having a real tough day, down about 2% below the open on 2 times the normal volume. PBR also has a volume bump. Valero, which we shorted this afternoon, is real weak. That's got a downside CPS for tomorrow. That's 2% below the day's open, and it's going to be closing on its lows here. Market generals, a little bit better to buy, but there's only 3 names, so can't really hang your hat on that. Comcast, GE, as you can see, Coke, Ronald McDonald, and VMware all have volume bumps for tomorrow to be considered. VMware is going out on the low of the day, very, very weak there. That one's also one that should be played on the short side, as we did today profitably. Moving on to the housing names, NVR, volume bump. All the others are actually trading below, much below typical volume. Transports, there are no signals here, and the volume is actually very, very light. As far as the commodities go, don't have a real bias here. A couple to buy, a couple to sell, but the volume is very, very light. Remember, today's the first day of the new option cycle, so it'll take a little while to set levels and for volume to normalize a little bit more. So that usually takes 48 to 72 hours. All right, folks. As always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.